Okay, and welcome. Right on time.
Yes. With traffic. This is on time for traffic.
I'm so sorry about that.
Cool.
I feel so bad, but here at the studio of Be My Guest, I'm Erika Toraya, and this is Tadeo.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
I don't even know your last name.
I don't even know. I do the first name thing.
Right? Tadeo.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
so
how
full
many,
and rich.
Thank you. How many Tadeos are there in LA?
Right.
Like obviously in Brazil there's a lot, but
Yes.
here I'm unique, so I just go by that.
Nice. So Tadeo is a wonderful person I was blessed to meet before I even moved here. I was in San Diego, remember?
Oh, SD, I do remember.
Somehow, I don't even remember how I found you.
It was a couple of years ago.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
It was. I wasn't here, and I thought, oh, well, I'm in LA a lot for auditions. I'll make it to his workout.
Correct.
Once a week, and that didn't happen too often because then I'd come down here and I'm like, okay, let me just beat the traffic and then leave. But a couple of times I did.
You did. We stayed in touch.
We did.
Yeah,
And then I moved out here. I was here for like a good few months, I think, and I thought, oh, Tadeo's workout.
Right down the street.
Yes, I was in Playa del Rey, and you were in Santa Monica. You are in Santa Monica.
Correct.
That's where you do this workout.
Yes.
I call it my beach workout, but I know that's not the correct term.
That's cool.
It's Cuerpaso.
Exactly.
Which, well, speaking Spanish, Cuerpaso, and you tell me your Brazilian translation, but in Spanish it's a great body.
Exactly. So the thing is, very few people speak Portuguese.
I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I have to do something really quick.
Sure. No problem.
I've never done this. I'm very sorry.
It's cool.
But if I don't, okay, you can keep talking.
So yeah, so it's been a little bit of time. I'm leaning in on your chair, keeping it warm for you.
Thank you. Okay, so the ears and eyes of a mother, because I heard the little one getting into something.
Oh, okay.
And she did run away, so she did something, and I'll find out what it is later.
Ah, gotcha.
So sorry.
Okay.
I'm like, if I don't do this now, it's gonna be a disaster. Okay, so back to we were talking about how long, or
so yes, we've known each other probably like 2+ years.
Yes. Oh, we're on the translation of Cuerpaso.
So so Cuerpaso. So very few people speak Portuguese.
Yes.
In Brazil and Portugal and a couple other smaller places. So obviously Cuerpaso means awesome exotic body. So speaking 51% of LA is Hispanic, which has lit us. So obviously, you know, I speak Spanish now, and that's why it's Cuerpaso.
Okay, great. And 4 years, yes?
Yes, so I've been out here 4 years, and don't regret it a bit. It's so many opportunities. There's ups and downs here, but that's everywhere. The opportunities are here, and hopefully just trying to push through over the next couple months and really just ink a nice deal.
It seems like you've been doing it for so much longer, just because of how much you've done. We've talked about your business and what you're trying to do with it. And tell us a little bit about what it is. So, so it's this workout that incorporates a soccer technique and skill with dance.
Correct.
And it makes it fun. So not only are we at the beach, but it's using some skills and things that we're not used to doing. Like I tell you, that side shuffle is hard for me. I'm not used to doing that.
That works the side booty. So what happened is like 30 to 50% of people are obese. So you got fitness is like, it's a crazy world because, I mean, as everybody says, they need money. They talk about money all day, but I see way more people with money. I know way more millionaires than I do people who are fit. So that being said, 30% of Caucasians are obese, and we're talking about blacks and Latinos, which are like 80% athletes. But when you go to Hispanic or black neighborhoods, every other person's fat. So it's like there's a misconception. So I said, you know what? Let me always be an athlete and continue doing what I love. So sharing my sports, you know, I trained at all the big stadiums around the world when I played. So sports and some dance to make it fun and effective. Because I'm like, you gotta have fun, but you gotta get results. Like,
keep talking. I figured out what that noise was.
All right. So that's how I created it and why I created Cuerpaso. And it's just exciting to have a chance to break into the fitness monopoly, is what I like to call it. And that's why I'm in LA. See what can happen. You know, very, very positive that the world will see that the reason I made Cuerpaso in a way is like, whatever they're doing, they're rich, they're wealthy, they're beyond, you're talking about, it's a $80-some billion market. or monopoly. But if everybody's fat, then you fail. Like every person I've trained top athletes, celebrities, entertainers, and people at Ivy Leagues to City College to from Inglewood to Beverly Hills. And every single client I have is in phenomenal shape and got the tryouts that they wanted, or got on the TV shows they wanted, and got into the colleges they wanted. So like I'm 100%. And it's like, yeah, I've only trained a couple thousand people, but I've never failed one. Whereas you're talking about these big companies, like I tip my hat, yeah, you made billions of dollars, but for the masses it didn't work. So I came up with something and trying to integrate it. So the goal is to integrate it into all the gyms. Like you have Zoom everywhere. I was on a TV show with him. I don't want to compete with him. He's like a mentor. He's like my uncle's age or dad's age. I want to be the next generation of fitness.
Well, it's a different.
Absolutely. So that's why people are like you. I'm not competing. It's not my competition. Different age frame, different level. I just want, like, when I can get 1% of that market, I've superseded my dreams. 1%. So that's that's why we're in LA. You got to be in New York or LA, and LA is a lot warmer.
Yes, people come here from New York a lot.
Yes,
because of
and they don't go back.
Yeah. So remember, we're using that top.
Oh, we're using the top. I'm used to that.
I know.
Okay.
I know it's a distraction. Because you're so beautiful.
No, I'm just used to this little dot right there, not that one.
Yeah.
Because when I Skype all the time or FaceTime, because I virtually train some of my clients.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, so on TV shows or on tour. So I'm always looking right there at them. So I'm gonna look at y'all.
Yeah, there we go. Hi, everyone.
Adjustment. Yeah, you have a good setup. This is a real studio.
Oh, nice. Thanks. Yeah, I'm happy about this and being able to interview and bring wonderful people to share with wonderful people.
Thank you.
So I always found you very motivating, encouraging, positive, and we need that. And I've had various people that I've taken classes from or trained from, and I just do better when the person is encouraging. Not like, oh, you've got to do it better this way, or I don't do well with that. But you make it fun and encouraging, and really a couple of the gals are still my friends.
That's great to hear.
Yeah, it's been really special. So we really formed a community. And
that's what it's about. So the workout that I have, which one of the things that makes it different, is it's about teamwork.
Yeah.
So it's not about competition. And I jokingly say, like, if you're competing with somebody, genetics have a lot to do with it. So if you're timing how fast you run or how much you can bench versus someone else, you're going to always fail and feel that, because genetics, and like I'm an ex-pro athlete, like we're different, and you're better at something than I am. So I was like, how do I change this? It's all competition in life. So I said, let me make something where it's non-competition, where we're together. Yeah. And so I want to foster community and good vibes and people to be sincere, a safe place.
That's just a lot more fun and encouraging to do it that way. Good. I've always been about that, so that's why we meshed well.
Yes, totally. All these years, a couple of years later, I like it.
And you have a tournament. Is that once a year, or how often is that?
So it's once a year, but we're trying to actually introduce another event. So I'm going to be hosting, I think, the third Saturday in August. I'm going to host another big event. Okay. So it's something that we're creating, and it's Cuerpaso. We do our annual tournament. It's great. We have people from like 12 countries. We have almost 100 people. A samba show.
That's so great.
Ex-pros, some current pros, some soon-to-be pros. But this event we're doing in the third Saturday in August, I forgot the date because I'm setting it today, is going to be more of like an escape for adults and more of a workout day. Okay. So rather than a tournament, it's going to be like just different stage and different activities. So like an escape to the beach. I'm gonna call it like a field day-ish type of thing, where you get to compete in different areas and work with the team. Yeah. So that's what we're actually creating.
I hope I can make it this time.
Yes.
I keep missing it.
So mark your calendar, the third Saturday in August.
Okay, great. So you have that tournament. You have your weekly, 3 times a week, you work out Cuerpaso. You train people individually, so they can find you and say, I'd like your training.
Yes.
And are they all different, or what their goals are, and how you train them?
So yeah, I work with all types, all segments of society, and on one-on-one training. So I don't guess. I ask what your goals are, and then we get to your goals. It's a simple process. I don't assume ever. So and I work with people in gyms, outside of gyms, with weights, without weights, sports specific, whatever specific. So that's it's diverse.
I do remember a couple athletes coming out to our workout, and they're like, oh yeah, they're like top athlete, and you know, whatever country. I'm like, wow, cool.
Yeah, they're talented. They're doing it. Yeah. They inspire.
And you also did a show that dealt with soccer. Is that right?
So I was on Spike TV. It was a show. It was Imagine Shark Tank for fitness.
Oh.
So they had Jillian Michaels. She's worth like 100 mil. TRX worth 50 mil, and Zoom worth like half a bill. So they had the fitness juggernauts and gurus. And so in the whole USA, it was amazing. In the whole US, so they evaluate two things. How good is your marketing? Everything's business. How good is your workout? So in the whole USA, I came in at the last second, third place. So I appreciate that. So in for the whole world, basically 30 and under, I'm top 3. It's great, but it's also heartbreaking because I was this close to the 6 figures. But, you know, the world spins on, right?
Yeah, it does. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not all about the money.
No, totally.
Pushing it, reaching your goals, and making a difference for people.
Absolutely, and it's exciting that now if anybody, it's like I have my Harvard graduate degree, because if everybody's like, whoa, what about you? I'm like, I can click on this link and they can see me with the top 3 people to ever live in fitness, the most successful 3 on planet Earth ever. And it's me with them doing my workout and saying and explaining how it works, why it works, and why I have a chance to make it. So that's all I want, is a chance in life.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, you're making that work. So before 4 years ago and starting Cuerpaso, which by the way is Cuerpaso.
Great spelling.
Because people might think what is that?
Oh, that is true. I didn't think about that.
Cuerpaso. So if you want to look him up, and your Instagram is Cuerpaso.
Correct. Everything. So
if you want to find little videos, because I know sometimes we're out there, I'm like, oh, I hope I look okay.
Oh, we're about to release even more videos. So we just.
Tell me when, I'll make sure I go out there.
Okay.
I hardly get there anymore now that I live so far away. But
you made it out a couple times.
Yeah.
You made the trek. I like that.
On my bike. Yeah. Get my little warm-up first.
It's a long warm-up.
It's a long one, yes.
Yeah.
So before the 4 years of Cuerpaso, you were doing soccer.
Yes, so that's when I played soccer. So I used to play professionally, and I had the opportunity to play around the world and just live my dream since a child, and shine on the pitch. So now I translate like the same intensity and the same effectiveness, but I make it into a workout. Like obviously, you know,
not everyone can be doing it like that professionally.
Right. Accessible. So I tell people like, look and feel like your favorite athlete or celebrity. So like, I'm taking you to that world of what it's like to really train like an athlete.
Yes.
And then the positive parts of it, you know.
Right.
So, for instance, soccer. The way I train, the way I played, I like use moves that anybody could do. Whereas in basketball, the average height is 6'5". So it's like that's 1% of the world. And in football, the average size is like 260, which is 1% of the world. So those sports are like genetic lockoffs for the most part. But that's why I love like tennis, soccer, things that where you can work in a team. However, anybody can do it.
Right.
That's what I want. I want something that more people can access, and that kind of fits into who I am.
Absolutely. Soccer, yes. Well, being mostly Mexican, soccer has been a big part of our culture.
Yes.
In fact, my cousin's husband was really a part of that whole world. I don't know if I ever shared that with you.
No, I did not know that.
He was one of the starters of the indoor soccer.
Oh, that's huge.
In Mexico. Yeah.
Ooh, cool.
And he used to manage Necaxa is one of the professional soccer teams out there. So
Very
them.
cool.
And then since then he's has been with other teams and individuals as well.
That's incredible.
So it's a huge part of
it. Oh, Mexico is soccer. Like that. When they come to the U.S., I went to the game when they beat the USA 3-2 at the Rose Bowl. Over 100,000 people. It was just so exhilarating.
Oh yeah.
And at the last minute, Mexico scored the winning goal.
So awesome.
It was literally.
When was this again?
This was only like a year and a half, 2 years ago. It was an incredible event. And just to be there, and so many people of Latin heritage and Mexican as well were just like screaming. It was the loudest thing I've heard. It was incredible.
Exciting, So it's a culture. I mean,
absolutely.
And how many years did you play?
So I played it 4 years.
Okay.
I played professionally for a couple of years. And then just, you know, you realize that you can't play sports. Your windows, usually you're going to play like 80% of athletes, you're playing like 2 to 5 years. And so, like, even in certain sports, after 5 years, you get a pension. It's that intense, and it's such a quick, short thing. So I said, how do I transfer all my knowledge and continue in a way? And thankfully, I was never never injured or anything of that nature. So I just bowed out on good terms.
Right.
Safely and feeling great.
Yeah. And as far as taking Cuerpaso to that next level, so you've been meeting with different companies to do that.
Absolutely. So my vision is, and I'll just share it. So this is the new football club in LA. They have staring out a stadium right next to USC near the Coliseum.
Okay.
It's called Bank of California. So I'm trying to integrate myself. I'm pitching to train the players, so I'd be on the field until the whistle blows, getting them ready, and then I'd retire to the sideline. So I want to integrate myself into training a pro team in Los Angeles, because obviously I live here, and then there's 3 goals: integrate into a pro soccer club, integrate into the gym. So I want Cuerpaso. I want to have hundreds of people teaching Cuerpaso with their Cuerpaso degree at different locations, different gyms around the country. And then third, I want to start integrating into the schools.
Wow.
And public schools is hopeless. It's just a bureaucracy that would never end, unfortunately. I would go into the schools for $0 and guarantee. I'd go on a deferred contract. Like, it's so effective. If there's not a almost 80% decrease in obesity, don't pay them a penny. That's how confident I am. But public schools, it's just too much bureaucracy in the U.S. So I'm looking at private and charter schools and trying to integrate my way in there where they want results. Like, hey, this can help not only be physically fit, but emotionally fit, and also help with the studies in your future, because you understand winning, losing, and working hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, translates.
And fitness is not just, okay, I want to look better. This is a worldwide, United States wide. Obviously, we live here, so we're focused on it here. Issue and problem and importance. So I don't know if I've told you that my master's is in physical education.
I did not know that. Actually.
Even
cool. Master's, fancy.
Wow. So even back then, studying about these issues and the problems.
Interesting.
It's and all these years now, still, we've got to put the time and interest in it. I just watched but finally, after all these years. It's called That Sugar Film, or That Sugar Movie.
Okay.
One of those 2.
And
I think I told you about it when I saw it. I'm like, it was really good, really well done. About, let's tell you what the truth is and why there was this cover up, and the money, obviously, and just how that was kind of, I don't know if that was the downfall, but a big aspect to people just really taking in more packaged foods and sugar, obviously, and into this low-fat craze that is actually more sugar.
Right.
And it's just been a problem.
It's a mess. And that's why, I hope to, my goal is, I said, hey, look, in the USA, I broke this down, to science. There's 3 to 5 million millionaires in the USA. I'm like, all I have to say is, I want to find 1 millionaire and say, hey, look, you're rich, you're successful at whatever your endeavor is. I'm the best at this, you're the best at that. If we team up, let's come together, and I can say, A, I'm going to make you a lot of money because it's a business person, man or woman. Right. But secondly, I'm like, I can literally guarantee you that we can save a couple million lives. More than anything that has ever happened in the history of almost humanity. Because 2 things happen. Everybody in the U.S., when I used to play pro and lived overseas, or back home, unlimited cell phone plans didn't exist 6 years ago, 5 years ago. So now that everybody who's poor, middle class, or rich has unlimited phones, I have yet to see a teenager run from here to the end of the block. So now it's not only the food is bad, which you can, I don't say eat bad, but you can overcome it with working out, but nobody moves. Right. So it's so bad. I literally have to tell you that you're in better shape, which is a good thing than most high school students. Nobody moves from here to there. It's I need an app to go to the bathroom. It's ridiculous. I need an app literally to pull it. It's just to pee. It's sad.
Yeah.
But so it's going up
And there's a lot of benefit to technology, but a lot of downfall with the movement.
Absolutely.
Declining of movement.
Absolutely. And that's what I see is,
and communication. I'm just going to text everything. I can't tell you the number of things where I'm that whole conversation was on text. I'm I can't even believe that I even did that. It's it's fast, it's easiest when I can do it. But that face-to-face, the phone, I mean, that is so important to being a human. And I would say that's one of the reasons why we're the highest in depression of the entire world, because we don't have that community.
You're totally right, and that's why Cuerpaso is fundamentally important, because this is dating now. Done. Literally, there's a grunt involved and a swipe of the finger, and that is dating. So literally, it used to be okay, I go to work, even if I didn't talk to my coworkers, I go home, talk to, obviously, I'm not married yet, go home, talk to my wife and kids, right?
Right.
That's future. But now nobody talks ever. There's no safe zone. Like, you don't talk at work, you don't talk at home, you don't talk with your friends. So the depression is gone up like this. So this is what I see with technology. I see like a little improvements, not many, to be honest. Because heart surgery was invented 30, 40 years ago. It's been improved a little bit, but not even that much. So they make incisions in the legs instead of cutting down. But literally, technology has improved, I would say, the quality of life 1%, and it's increased depression. I can factually say, because I've talked to thousands of people, depression is up at least 5,000%, as is obesity. Like, because every person I talk to, I'll tell you what, thankfully my sisters are rock stars, right? We won't go into them today, but they're rock stars, and all my clients are. And so they're all certified on Instagram and Twitter, and they have millions of followers and all this. So everybody complains to me, the average Joe or man or woman, they're like, oh, I don't have that many likes, this and that. And I'm like, so they're literally, I've seen so much depression because people want to be, and I'm like, but you're not a rock star. Not everybody's born to be a rock star.
Right. Yeah.
And so they feel bad, whereas before so much technology, you just didn't, you went through your life like, hey, I have 2 friends, you only need a couple. Good, yeah. But now if you don't have 20,000, yeah.
Well, it's a business too, with some of the acting submissions of you must have this number 1,000 or whatever likes on your Instagram. I'm like, okay, nope. If you guys help me out with that, maybe I can get this.
Could give her that click.
Erika.Toraya 3.
That's a simple one. That is simple, yeah.
Same as my email. So.
You're smart. That's good branding.
No, I didn't even know that. It was already taken, so I had to put the dot. I'm like, well, I might as well put the 3.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It makes you stand up.
Yeah. So much to learn about technology and how to get all those likes. So, kind of what you were saying about having the marketing aspect, the business aspect, along with your fitness. I mean, that's 2 huge different skills that you put together to have this business. So I always admire that because it takes a lot as I've kind of tried to learn technology and social media, which is it doesn't come easy for me.
It's a language, and it is. And it's like it's an interesting language. It's because it's a new one. Like most languages are thousands of years old, so this is a new one, and it appeals to basal emotions, like our conversation and friendships based on complexities. Whereas this is like, oh, look at the bicep, look
showing his
looks good too. But look at that, or look at this, so it's just an immediate. Whereas most languages, I have to say a whole sentence or a whole paragraph for you to get my tone.
Yes.
And this is just like, so it's something different to process.
Right, yeah, it is, absolutely. I went like this because my hair is this much shorter. I don't know if you noticed. No, because I'm always in a ponytail.
No, you're always in a ponytail.
My hair is just not there.
Where's it at? It looks nice.
I cut it all off.
When?
2 days ago.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Thank you. It's a new style, so now I gotta get new headshots.
Oh, that's something exciting to do.
Yeah,
it's always fun to just restart, rebrand.
Change. Yeah, I was kind of keep it safe and, don't want to redo headshots, and it's just what I know I'm comfortable with. But I was kind of been talking about it for a little while, and my she was an MUA, met on set once, and so now she cuts my hair.
Good.
And so she was very encouraging, like, I think you could look younger and go for that mom type. And I'm always the mom, so if that still keeps with the mom,
the
great.
Mom right here.
I'm like, I got another mom role.
You're the hot mom.
Thanks. Young mom, so I really like that part. Anyway, I didn't mean to digress on that. But so the importance of, the drawback of technology and the importance of focusing on fitness.
Yes.
And that it's not just, always try and remember and remind each other that it's not just about us, that really this world, one another, strangers, loved ones, they are our responsibility.
Absolutely.
And so as we learned today, right now, of the issue, and maybe we knew about it, we just kind of forgot, to try to help our kids, the neighbor kids, an adult who's just not getting out, to say, hey, I want to go for a walk together. And so we have community and we have the exercise.
Absolutely.
And again, drawing back to Cuerpaso and how you're like, let's work together as a team.
That's
huge and what we miss because of competition, as you know in your business, as I know in my business. But we don't see it that way. We don't see it that way, and a lot of people I know don't. It's about lifting each other up to be the best they can be. They lift us up. I just went with a friend, and we met this gal who was there for an audition, and we were just there to do a drop off, and she's so cute. She said, "It's my second audition." And I thought, wow, I can't even think that far back. Like how many hundreds of auditions I had been on, and I could tell she was so nervous. And I said, "Don't be nervous. Yeah. They want you to succeed." And it was so sweet. And she said, "Do you guys have agents?" And I thought she was like trying to find out for herself. And I said, "I do. You know, it would be nice to have an agent that maybe gets me a little bit more work." Right. And so she told us what hers was, and I just thought, this is a beautiful interaction. Right. And then my friend was sharing with her something else about like, oh, you can do this and that. So as we were helping her out, then she was kind of saying, hey, look into my agent. Well, not many people think that way. Yeah. And I just thought
mutual respect kind of offering. That's an exchange.
It is.
Yeah, have to give to get. Even in love, right? Like in everything, it should be a two-way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And to really focus more on how can I be of service, how can I be there for others, as opposed to what can I get. And not only does it feel right, but it just turns out better.
Well, I may you ascend to where you belong, so more people can see that, because it's the truth is what we know. It's a very simple formula. Just the people whom most people are exposed to don't share that, so they don't even know that can exist. Yeah, it exists. It's like a foreign concept. It's like if I spoke to you in Russian. I don't speak Russian. I speak 5 languages, not Russian. But it's a foreign concept to many people, so you have to share it. I have to share it, so we can educate people on it.
Yeah, right? And that's what it is to be human. We've just kind of been losing it more and more.
Oh yeah.
And absolutely. When we start growing up from being children, we're losing a lot of the fun and the teamwork. So that's what's so beautiful about what you do.
Thank you.
Drawing that and encouraging, and he's always like, "What's going on? What are you doing?" And sometimes you go places and they don't really care about what you're doing and how you're doing. It's
unfortunate.
It is.
Yeah, it's like a lot of places are just numbers. Like I've worked in almost every gym in the whole world. I've worked out at every gym or worked in Europe, Asia, Latin America. The only places I haven't lived in Africa, but everywhere except Africa, right?
You lived everywhere but Africa?
Well, Europe, Asia, Latin America, USA. Wow. Like I count those as the main, not leaving, but Africa would be another major. But yes, I lived in all 4.
Gotcha.
And
wow, that's exciting.
So many amazing people. However, like working for companies, I've seen it's very rare. Like I only want to align myself, so I'm never going to be a billionaire, and I accept that. And if you don't want to date me because of that, move on, and I'll move on. But
you never know. You just never know, because you would do good things with those people.
I appreciate it. Yeah. But literally, I want to work and align myself with companies that everybody has to make money. That's the primary reason of a business. I understand, but making money ethically, right? So I'm trying to align myself with a lot of gyms. You're just a number. I ascended, so I'm not me complaining. I was at the top of the food chain, so I was there. I was coasting, but literally they just look at your numbers. So what happened is gyms are owned by Wall Street. They're owned by businesses on Wall Street. So people think, oh, I'm at the gym. They care. I'm like, do you understand? I went to a very good business school, and so they're all owned on businesses. So they just check the numbers. So they don't care how you treat the person, what you say to the person, what you do to the person. Don't get sued, get their money. There's 2 things.
Yeah.
And so that's unfortunate. So we need to get back to what the foundation of society is like, I have this niche of people, these are my people, I take care of them, they take care of me. Yeah. It's it. Yeah. And you know what I mean? I want to ask about your day, you ask about mine, and we're all happy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's simple. Yeah. Nothing rocket science, right? Yeah. That's not even hard rocket science.
That's how friendships are developed, that's how people do better in business.
Absolutely.
We want to know the character of the person.
That's the most important. Like if I'm meeting with somebody for business, obviously if we're meeting, they have something I want, I have something they want. But at that point, it's just like literally I was interviewing for one of the top companies in the world, right? And we won't say it right now because we're still in the process to affiliate with them. And literally I met with 3 bosses, right? 1, 2, 3 bosses. And I was counting, no, actually it's actually 4. Yeah, because I got double teamed once, and there was like 2 of them sitting. But in all the meetings, they had my resume, they Googled me online, they saw my social media. We talked 90% of the time just about life. Just about life, because they want to see if we're paying this individual all this money, are they ethical? Do they fit our vision? Do they fit our brand?
Good. That's great. They care about all that.
That's what
a good company.
Yeah, that's what you need to talk about.
Right,
like, if you couldn't do the job, you would not get in the room. Like it's.
Yeah, true.
So they want to feel out. Oh, that person. They don't have morals here, so if they rob him or her, why wouldn't they rob me? So they're just trying to figure out who you are inside.
Right.
And I like that at a certain level. It's not about an interview, it's a conversation. Like I'm not interviewing anywhere. Like we talk, if we vibe and we want to go forward, we do. If not, but interview, it's like it's both ways. Like you know.
Yeah, absolutely. So so if people want to check out your videos or they want to hire you to train them, can they go to Instagram is Cuerpaso. How would they reach you?
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and emails all Cuerpaso. So emails Cuerpaso, Cuerpaso.com. But all 4 ways is Cuerpaso.
Good branding.
Thank you. I did something in school besides part. I took it
so mention them all again. So let me so it's Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and
my emails.
Swahili. No, what else? Was that all?
Yeah, those were. I'm findable. I have nothing to hide. It's like I'm here to be found.
Great. And he's a busy one, and I thank you so much for coming in to share.
It was a pleasure coming out here.
Not only do we want to hear what you're working on, we want to be inspired that, I want to exercise, I want to find some fun. I always tell people,
that's it.
When I used to run more, not as much now, but they're like, I wish I ran. I'm like, no, there's so many sports out there. Do what you enjoy doing. Now I'm more into biking. And you just have to enjoy it. I will say, there are times on that bike that I'm like, what am I doing? I'm in pain.
You go far.
I'm in pain.
You go far. You are a warrior. Like they should have a TV show like Survivor Bike Edition.
That would be great.
You win.
But
you
there
win.
are times it's tough, and those hills or the distance, and you're like, why is this grueling? At some point, I'm going to feel the enjoyment again. And I mention that because that's probably how it is with everything, right? I mean, you didn't get to be a professional player of soccer unless you went through rigorous training. And it wasn't like, hey, this is just fun, and I just built that way to enjoy it. And at the same time, you weren't doing basketball or something else that wasn't your joy.
Right.
So we've got to find that, and it'll change, right? I don't run as much, but I really taking cycling to the next level, and for right now, until my event in 2 weeks. But to find that joy, to stick with it, to find, this is huge, again, the community, is for me, Performance Bicycle in Santa Monica.
Yeah.
That's who I was riding with for a year.
Oh, right, yeah.
And now the guys here in the Valley, who I met through a bike event last year. Little did I know I would move here and live a mile away from my friend Kevin. And then I've met Craig and Bob and Todd, and they've become my friends, my biking friends here.
It's perfect.
So
you're biker. You're bicydio. You're bicydio.
Yeah. So I brought all that up because if it weren't for Performance and Jacob, who led us, and that awesome group of friends. In fact, tomorrow I'm riding with 2 great friends, Adon and Scott. We're doing a century.
Wow.
And
that's 100.
That's 100 miles. Yeah. And then I hate to say this, just in case I can't do it, but then they want to ride back again the next day, which is 100 again.
200 miles in 2 days?
Yeah.
Wow.
This will be a first for me to do that. So please pray for me.
You will get through it.
And I talk about prayer a lot with Tadeo. And whatever intentions you have, whether I know you or don't know you, you are my friend, you're my family. And I take prayer intentions. This is in less than 2 weeks, this big event that we're training for.
Okay.
And I take prayer intentions because I pray on those hills and those long miles. And whatever we're going through that's difficult, if we bring in what other people are going through, lift them up in prayer or thought or meditation, whatever word works for you. But basically sending those good vibes of healing, of peace, of comfort. My friend Anna, just different people.
Of course. I knew immediately. She's the best.
Yeah, and and I don't just mean to single her out. Lots of people need and want prayer, and I've talked to a few people. But so this is a time I am taking. I'm telling you, I'm telling them. I'm taking petitions of what is it that you would like me to pray for. And I literally put it on a list.
That is powerful. Yeah. That's powerful because thoughts do resonate in the universe.
Oh, prayer is super powerful. And there are studies, in fact, my thesis is about prayer and how it was specifically with marathon runners and the difference that prayer makes.
That's a really good way to have. So you've proven it. It's like you have the documentation.
And not just mine. I mean, I obviously, it's a collaboration of all that's already been out there. But, and then, I guess I did also bring in more with the surveys of marathon runners, because I was running a marathon. Anyway, community was my point.
That's it. That's
that we do need that, because when I was trying to bike on my own, trying to find my way around town, I'm like, this isn't working. And then when it's fun and people encourage you, there's no way I would be doing this thing tomorrow. There weren't friends saying, we want to, we can do this.
Yeah, thinking about that makes me a little tired.
That's where.
But I wanted to say one quick story. Please. So I was in a meeting. I partnered. Our brother is 17, and so he's a little rock star. Not little, but a youth rock star because he's a minor.
Sure.
And his partner is my partner by virtue. We work together. And the other day we were in class, and Erika, I don't know if you want to say his name, but Erika was going to meet with his father. So it's like I'm partners with the 17-year-old. She's working with his father. And then another coincidence is I partnered up with Cuerpaso, which is a great Latino store. It's not just for Latinos. It's a store that can speak Spanish and accommodates Latins as well as everybody. But they're doing a campaign for people to feel great with the new presidency and to share their fears but express them in a positive way and work together so we can all uplift. And so Cuerpaso's doing that. I go to meet with the big bosses, the big bosses, right? Heads, and I walk in, I look up, and I was like, wow, I know that face. It's a big smile.
It took you a while to figure it out?
And then, because I was just like, wow, big, huge smile, and it was Erika. So the Cuerpaso, who I'm partnered with now on this great campaign to go to the White House, is you're at their main headquarters. Your beautiful face. You're like 10 feet tall.
I should go there.
You have to drive by and live. You should FaceTime it live. You should Facebook it live.
I should. Thank you. I think
no, seriously, it's very powerful. It's on Olympic Boulevard, Cuerpaso, and you go there. Go there. It's Cuerpaso. They're a great store, but also go there to see her.
And I'm on that side, but I'm like this with my daughter.
Yes.
And sporting a beautiful Citizen watch.
Oh.
Sport Citizen watch.
That is.
Yeah.
Oh, big brand. Look at her with the big brands.
Keep this? They didn't let us keep it.
Oh, okay. Maybe there'll be a discount. But yeah.
But it was such a small world because what you just said of the actor that I'm working with, and you're working with his son.
Yes.
And then you're working with this company, and I love them. I adore them.
They're really.
And the rest of the gang. They're really
really
people.
ethical.
Yeah.
They embrace all cultures and they just want to do positive things for the community.
And they're quality work.
I'm looking at this. I gotta tell y'all, I'm looking at this MacBook that they have and this Canon 70D. So it's like next big check. I want to go in there. MacBook 12-inch and the Canon 70D. And these are tools to create.
I need a camera and probably update my computer.
These are tools to create. We just want to share good things with y'all, but it looks better when it's on. My computer's getting raggedy, so it needs a change. It's that time.
Right. Yeah. There's a next level, a next step for me with this show. Like, what's it called? And it was an answer to prayer to talk to someone today. I went to a friend's gathering for her birthday, and the fellow does one of the friends does production, and so he was telling me about this wonderful. Technology of how I can have guests that are out of the state and I can interview them and having the multi-cameras.
So it's going to be split, she'll see half you, half that? A couple
different cameras, that and a couple different views, and that's what people like is the movement. So those of you who are watching, I thank you because I know we're static. We're not 3D. So when I do spend that money and invest, it's going to be better for people to see that. It'll be more entertaining for you. So I'm thinking of you all.
Ooh, look at that!
Let's do that.
Yeah.
So trying to take the next little steps.
Yeah.
So anyway.
And if you're around on Saturday, I'm going to be at Cuerpaso. You should come Saturday. I'm doing an event. These kids painted a truck, a camioneta, which is a truck in Spanish, and they all painted their just thoughts on the new changes. And it's driving from here to DC.
Cool.
So it's expressing so everybody can work together. I don't talk politics, I talk positive. I don't argue. I'm like, let's make things great, and that's what Cuerpaso is doing. So I'm doing the event on Saturday. So hopefully you can come. You'll be biking. But anyway, I'll sneak you. I'll make sure to get you in the background of my picture.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I'll be there in spirit.
Yeah, and physically our picture.
Yeah.
The big mural.
And I will be praying for that event and all the people who come in, and just for the positivity. We need that in this country. We might get hooked into the drama and but let's really take a step back and look at what good is coming out of it. Seek the positive, because there is positive.
Absolutely. And then fear, the only fear is fear. Fear is a non-existent thing. So it's like, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Just express how you feel, be positive. Yeah. Positive things come. That's the formula.
And he is Mr. Positive. That's why I so love that you joined us. Thank you so much, Tadeo. And you dealt with a lot of traffic to get here.
That's all right.
So thank you.
We got through safely.
So Tadeo with Cuerpaso was on Be My Guest. I'm Erika Toraya, your host. And I thank you all for being a part of this. And please share with your friends and family if this was positive for you. Let me know any feedback and look up Tadeo and support him and pray for us, and we pray for you. So go and be a blessing to all those around you. Thank you so much.